we will discuss about the physical and chemical changes. Changes occur every moment around us. Means changes are the important part of the nature. If we look in the surrounding, we saw so many changes every day. Like trees are growing, sun rises in the morning and sets in the evening. So these changes are classified into many types. So then first we will talk about the reversible changes. A change is said to be reversible when the opposite change can be brought about by reversing the condition. And then the most common example of reversible change is change in state of matter, as a solid can be turned to liquid by heating, and a liquid can be turned into gas by heating, and again this gas or vapors by cooling it turn to a liquid, and liquid again by cooling turn to a solid. So then we can say in that cases heat and cool, the heating and cooling, they both are opposite. They are opposite. So by bringing the, means by reversing, by heating is the reverse of cool and cool in the reverse of heating. So this we brought again back liquid into solid and solid into liquid. Same way electric bulb, when we make it switch on, it start glowing. Again when we switch off, it's again glowing will be off. So then butter, by heating it melt into a liquid, and the melted butter again by cooling turn into a solid butter. Second is a irreversible change. A change is said to be irreversible when the opposite change cannot be brought about by reversing the condition. As we can say, when the sugar is heated, it swells and form a brown substance. If we are giving it more heating, finally it turns to a pure sugar, means black mass. And once it turns into a black mass, it's not possible again turn into a white sugar crystals. Same way, as we add a lemon juice to a milk, it turns to a cottage cheese. And once it turns to a cottage cheese, it's not possible to brought back again into a milk. And then same way, if you burn a paper, then paper is turned into ash. And once it turned to ash, it's not possible the again ash will be turned into a paper. So we can say these are called the irreversible changes, because when the opposite change cannot be brought back, means cottage cheese again can turn into milk, ash cannot be turned into paper, pure sugar cannot be turned into a sugar. So means opposite change cannot be brought back by reversing the condition. Whether we make it opposite, whether we cool the ash, then even then it can't turn into a paper. So then next is periodic and non-periodic changes. Periodic changes are those which take place at fixed intervals of time. As we can see, the pendulum of a clock. So pendulum, it moves from side to side, and then we can see at fixed intervals of time. So motion of the pendulum, we can see is example of a periodic change. And then second way, fan. So you know that fan is moving or taking a whole round at a fixed interval of a time. So that is also example of periodic change. And the same way, moon phases. The moon gradually from full moon to change into new moon, and again from new moon to full moon. And this take place in a period of 28 days. And the same time the change is repeated after every 28 days. Then next is a non-periodic changes. Non-periodic changes are those which do not take place at fixed intervals of time. As a melting of ice, it does not have any fixed time. Then if the ice will depend upon the quantity of ice and the temperature. If the temperature is more, ice can melt fast. If the temperature is less, ice take time to melt, and also depend upon the quantity. If the ice, we can say a big in a big form, then it take time, means a piece of ice is a bigger, it take time to melt. Same way curding of the milk, a milk is turned to a cottage cheese. It depend upon how much quantity of milk is there and at how much temperature we are boiling after adding the lemon juice. And same way, tearing of a sugar is turned to a black sugar by burning. It depends upon the quantity of sugar and also on the temperature. So we can say non-periodic changes do not take place at a fixed intervals of time. Desirable changes. The changes that are useful to us and we need that should be happen in our life, that is called the desirable changes. And that is we can say as a digestion of food, we all want whatever food we had that should be digested in the body. And same the ripening of a fruit, if any tree is in our home, we want that fruit should give the fruits and that fruit should be ripened so that we can eat them. So then third one, growth in a living being. If we have any pet or even then we in our body also, we want we should be grow. So that is why these all are the desirable changes, because we want that should be happen in our life and they are useful to us. And the undesirable changes, the changes which are harmful for us and we don't want that should be happen in our life, that are called the undesirable changes. As the rusting of iron, if you brought any iron article, we never want it should be a rusted. Same way, if we cook the food, we don't want it should be spoiled. And then earthquakes, cyclones, such are natural disasters we don't want that should be come in our life. So changes which you don't want it should be happen and which are harmful to us, that are called the undesirable changes.